What's up, Space Humans? Patrick Harrison here. It is March 27th, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do an alcohol wash today. Alcohol wash is taking 300 bees, which is half a cup, and mixing them into alcohol to sample for varroa mites. I'm going to put them into this bottom jar and shake them on, and the screen there has them fall through, and you're able to look to see how many mites are in that. Half a cup is about 300, and so we have a half a cup measuring. This is a colony that overwintered as it is. It's actually the first time I'm looking at it this season. Quite a bit of pollen coming in. Looks like yellow. We have maples flowering, skunk cabbage flowering here in Sussex County. If you're more east, more suburban areas are only going to have the maples. You got bees up top here. Just kind of frolicking along. That's full of honey. This is probably just honey that I didn't harvest for whatever reason. I like to stand to the side. I'm actually going to move this hive. This doesn't have anything in it. Oh boy, but it has honey. So that honey was just put on top of an inner cover. Make sure my queen's not there. Doesn't look like she is. I'm going to take this frame number 2 out. This is all boxes that a friend of mine made in like 90s. We want a frame of open brood. And the reason for that is that's where the mites are going to be most likely to be hanging out. Those are the bees, those are the nurse bees nursing the larvae that the varroa mites jump onto or live on from the get-go. They're on the younger of the bees. These mites are looking to jump off one of these adults onto a unsuspecting larvae developing. The open larvae that we're looking for which we are looking. So not that way. So this box is like weirdly built. So it's sticking to the other bottom, the other box. All right, so no open brood up top. I want to move all these frames back into the position they were. The frame that I took out, which you know what, this does have some open larvae. I'm going to use this frame. Now I'm just looking for my queen. I don't see her. So we can just take 2 shakes. You want to be able to leave some bees on the frame. If I hit the bottom, I'm shaking them too much. I'm going to damage the frame. I'm going to break the frame. I'm going to piss the bees off way more than I'd really liked to. Pushing my frames back together so that they're easier to come out later on. I'm going to do the same thing. Inner cover, 2 boxes of food. Excuse me. Beautiful sunny day. It's 50 degrees on the truck, but the truck's thermometer, but it's weather. Now the bees have settled. In the summertime, when you're doing a wash, there's more foragers in the hive, and so leaving it to let them settle is an important thing, because again, we want the youngest of the bees. Just going to take a quick look again to see if there's a queen, seeing if anybody's bunching up, feeding her, giving anybody attention. I don't see it. Come to our alcohol. Now this is a heaping scoop. We don't want a heaping scoop. Hopefully that was seen. Now we have our half a cup of bees in our alcohol. I'm going to do this for 3 minutes. This is cool. The bees are what's called nozzle nothing. They're showing that gland off on their backside. It's starting to leak. I'll miscount. I'm going to count that as a minute. Now I'm really just going to take a look at the end of this video to see if they all fell through. Maybe I'll give it a little whirl. Looks like I already have one in there. I did one of these this morning and I found 5, which is concerning. Not something that I want. call it a minute 45. Okay, 55. Now, I'm not going to be able to get this on the camera to be able to show you, like, I'm not going to fuss with it. I host free demos 6 times this year. They're going to be 3 for the beekeeper, somebody that has bees under their care that might want to experience this, the washing of the bees to themselves. Get your hands dirty and do it. Shake them and practice, so that go home and do it yourself. There is no silver bullet with varroa resilience or varroa tolerance in our genetics. Even though people are really working on it, this is how we find any ones that we should be particularly happy about. One about which we should be happy. If we were to do these alcohol washes on all the bees in New Jersey 6 times a year, and then breed from those successful ones, that'd be cool. Granted, there are dudes that have done that and they experience great success, but then in a couple years there's a large dieback. So is it something we can breed against the way that Brother Adam did with it's arrows of white disease or tracheal mites? Who knows? We'll call that 3 minutes. Hopefully it was. And so I'm going to take the phone out of this. And oh shit. Hell yeah, we have some. See those? Oh no. No good. No good. So what that means is we're gonna, once temperatures allow, I'm gonna treat with probably formic acid, Formic Pro. And but it's a good thing that we did this. It's a good thing that we sampled them and found this problem, because these bees are building up really nicely. And what do you count there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7. But I'll go inside and I'll spoon it out and see how many are actually there. So this is a prime example as to how important it is to do an alcohol wash. These bees look great, and here we are doing an alcohol wash with 7 mites per 300. That's above 2%, when most of the mites are inside of the brood. You saw in this earlier part of the video, I was going through and there was capped brood after capped brood. It was like 4 frames of capped brood. Most of the bees in this hive are developing under caps. And that's the awesome thing about honeybees, that they build up before spring. And if we're reading a 2% mite wash before that buildup, then we could have some catastrophic summer failure if we ignored this or didn't look at all. And it's ignoring it if you're not looking. So Hope this video isn't too long. I will not edit it one bit because I don't like learning new skills when it's pertaining to the computer. No, I don't know how to edit the things to the point where this is a free video, and I hope you enjoy. I hope this helps. But at the end of it, it's I don't have any incentive to make this video a little bit more friendly. Thank you.